If it's about love, if it's about love.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Austin Haynes with the Waking Justice Project, and this is your daily wake-up call. Here's what the Corporatocracy is up to today, November 15th, 2019. You can visit our website at wakingjustice.org for more details. Here are the headlines. It's Freakout-Friday on your daily wake-up call, where every Friday we spotlight indie journos who are pushing the leading edge of independent journalism. These are the folks who expose the hard truths that make us ask, why aren't we all freaking out about this? Today we spotlight the work of indie journo Abby Martin. Abby is an independent journalist, activist, painter, and photographer, probably best known for her online documentary series, The Empire Files. She was born in Oakland, California in 1984, grew up in Pleasanton, California, and graduated from San Diego State with a degree in political science and a minor in Spanish. Abby eventually moved to D.C., where in 2010, she launched Media Roots Radio, a political podcast that focuses on social issues, the police state, and foreign policy. In 2012, Abby began hosting a daily TV news show called Breaking the Set that ran for 3 years till 2015. Over that time, Abby and her team produced 535 shows, and during its time, Breaking the Set was easily the hardest-hitting news show on television. As Abby has said, we covered the issues that nobody else had the balls to cover. The program transcended the pre-written, two-party narrative by corporate news networks like CNN and MSNBC, whose news reporters, or what Abby calls lackey stenographers, try to tell you what to think and what to care about. If you aren't familiar with Breaking the Set, all the episodes are still available on RT, and it's all still relevant to the fuckery that's going on in the world today. You should at least check out the final show from 2015, where Abby and her producer indie journo Anya Parampal look back over the various stories and topics they covered on the show. In her closing monologue, Abby shared a heartfelt message that showcases how her great talent matches her humanity. We're gonna play some excerpts from that monologue so you can hear Abby in her own words. Here she is.
Humility is key. Every day we need to take on the world understanding how much we still don't know. We need to open our minds and our hearts to put ourselves in other people's shoes. We need to listen to each other and shout from the rooftops, I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Allow ourselves to laugh at how insane the world can be and cry. Call your parents and tell them you love them. Take the time to smile, extend a hand, paint, photograph, and sing at the top of your lungs. And most importantly, love each other. Remember that nations are invented, borders are invisible, prejudice is learned. We're all human beings who bleed the same blood and shed the same tears. Every time a person suffers from Detroit to Gaza, that's our brother, that's our sister, that's our family. Yes, the problems of the world are daunting. And yes, suffering is inescapable, but there's so much breathtaking beauty on the planet that needs to be honored too. But to truly appreciate the good, we first must free ourselves from the prisons of our own minds and the dogma society ingrains in us. Our empathy needs to extend toward every corner of the earth, to every living thing. Look, I struggle with all of this on a daily basis as I've delved into the utter destruction wrought on this precious planet. But I also know that every issue I've ever covered is so much bigger than me and my tiny existence. I have only been a vessel for the truth, and now you all need to be too. So empower yourself, and please know you're not alone, because together we'll never, ever stop breaking the set.
A few months after that last show, Abby launched her next project, The Empire Files, a weekly interview and documentary TV series on Telesur English TV. The weekly documentary format gave Abby more time to dig deeper into larger issues and topics such as Marxism, socialism, and capitalism, The lies of U.S. empire and regime change wars, the rigging of U.S. elections, and other ways the U.S. corporatocracy attempts to dominate our lives. Empire Files grew a huge following, but in 2018, Telesur stopped funding the program due to U.S. sanctions against Venezuela, where the parent company is based. Abby and her team reorganized the Empire Files as a web series with ongoing episodes available on YouTube and other online services. Last May, Abby released a feature-length documentary. It's a stunning film about the plight of the Palestinian people under apartheid rule by Israel. The show focuses on the Palestinians in the land of Gaza, a strip of land bordering Israel, about 5 miles wide and 25 miles long, and what Abby calls the world's largest open-air prison. Everyone in the work of global justice should understand the plight of Palestine. It's one of the world's worst and longest-running humanitarian crises, and it continues undeterred by Israel and the U.S. corporatocracy. It's an incredibly moving film that centers on the historic Great March of the Return event, a series of protests by the women, children, and men of Gaza who marched to the great fence that Israel built to imprison the Palestinians there. One of the Palestinians interviewed by Abby in the documentary really captured the spirit of the film. He's a Palestinian medic who was shot by an Israeli sniper when trying to attend to folks who had been wounded. He said, quote, "Our message to the American people is to look for the truth, to look at us with humanity, to see us as humans, to call for justice, to stop Israel from committing crimes. All we ask for is a dignified life, to live in safety, to sleep at least one night safely without any rockets, bombings, martyrs, or injuries. All we ask for is our most basic rights." You can go to GazaFightsForFreedom.com to see the film online for just $6. It's well worth it. It'll break your heart, but we promise you'll also be deeply inspired by the incredible courage of the Palestinian people. Just watch it and you'll see. Abby does amazing work. She inspires citizen journalists all over the world, especially young women, and men as well, who want to join in the fight for global justice. If you're able to support her work and would like to make a donation, you can do so on our Patreon page at patreon.com/empirefiles. All right, y'all. We hope you liked our podcast today. Thanks for listening in. If you want to learn more about how all of us in the work of global justice can join together to end all of this injustice and corruption and to save our planet, please visit our website at wakingjustice.org. You can check out our About page and listen to our first podcast. And if you want to get involved, please fill out the contact form at the top right of the page. Or you can email us at info@wakingjustice.org. We'd love to hear from you. We're running out of time, y'all. Please join us. Peace.
You must be involved in the struggle for freedom and justice.
If it's about love, if it's about justice is waking, justice is rising, justice is waking, justice is rising, if it's about justice is waking, justice is rising, and it ain't just us, it's all of us. If it's justice is waking, justice is rising, and it ain't just us, it's all of us. If it's about
may every soul unite, tend the fire and let old coals relight. I'm a citizen of the world and we fight for the rights of everybody to live a truly free life. Red or yellow, black or white, left or right, gay or straight, human or animal, all life. Cause what matters is what is in common. If you know it, stand tall and keep dropping the knowledge.
Justice is waking, justice is rising, and it ain't just us, it's all of us. If it's about love.